Let's go, D.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was the safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Check. Lucky. Rush in,
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Here we go. Yeah, Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the red zone now, Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go. Mike, 58, right there. I got him. Watch the safety creep. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey,
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch 54, watch 54. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Like 180. 54. Come on. You better bring it.
On 1st down, gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
180. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go, 46. Check 59. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play here for Dallas. 61 yards.
Here we go. 59. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Woo! Check. Kill. Here we go. Kill.
Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year. Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboy Cowboys sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. High throw, but the catch is made. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch the eyes. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Orange, orange, orange. Alert 3.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll run here with Henderson. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Randy Gregory showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check, like 20. Check, 55 to Mike. Switch up, switch up. Super 66. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Go, go. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55. Crunch down, defense. Mike, 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Value 3, value 3. Twist, watch, twist, watch, twist. Motion, motion, motion. Reset, reset, reset.
Here's Goff. Flush to his... And the pressure gets to him again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Elliott running right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Right there.
On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. Prescott now from the 50. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Prescott from the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
First throw now for the backup Bortles. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty... favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, alert 48.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Throwing now is Bortles. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set.
So from
50,
Cowboy
play.
territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 23.
Hey! Thumbs up the helmet. Here we go. Here we go. 48 to Mike. Let's go.
Here's Henderson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
34, eyes on 34. Single. I got a single in the slot. Check. Fresno. Blue draw Corker. 48.
On first down, it's Brown. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
I'm going to run you over. Tight dog. Hit it.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, If we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The tackle there by Marquis Christian. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Let's go. 90, Wolf. 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't. Hey, echo. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Know your job. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, wahoo. You get rock me. You get it.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's hauled in by Devin Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
3 yards on the play. First down, Cowboys.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rush. Austin's got it left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Austin, very familiar, of course, with the Rams organization. He was taken 8th overall in 2013 by the St. Louis Rams. He would make the trek out west with him and then pack his bags again to move east to Dallas back in 2018. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rush. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line.
And a Cowboy first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Here we go. 50, plant. Go. 5.
On first down, Rush. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Check. Crunch. General West. Defense wins championships, baby.
Off play action. Rush. Gets this one to Morris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They run with Morris. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Ready? On 2nd and 12, Bortles. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Cowboys 27, Rams 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. And his throw is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, you're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Bortles to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at time.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throw left side complete. It's Webster. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Focus defense.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And no, it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Slam. Check 31.
On second down, Pollard. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go.
11 yards there, first down.
He was brought down by David Long.
Check.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Fowler. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing here, Rush. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
54, right there. 54. Let's go, defense. Get on the field, defense.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas.